Don't include
Oh no, I can't believe it. The wife's gonna be in the video today?
Better not be in the video.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, good morning everybody. It's Ice Age TV, Tuesday morning conversations. You see that car right there? A man by the name of Elon Musk created that. Would you actually believe that? The wife's hiding on me. She's hiding. Yes, she is. Look at this weather up here. This is just beautiful weather. It's warm out. It's just beautiful. I mean, it's going to be a gorgeous day. It's the 1st of November. Look at all the trees. Just a really pretty time of year. And as I say, it's really like got a lot of moisture in the air, humid. So it's just like really nice and warm. And yeah, so another busy day ahead of me. And probably many of you watch my channel here. Come on back, pups. Come on. And see here, look, this is just classic. Why do they hang up near the gate and the fence? What is that all about? Wife's driving the Ranger this morning. Come on, pups. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Looky here. Come on. Come on, looky here. Come on. Looky here. Come on. Come on, Ginger. Come on. Come on, Will. Come on. Come on, Scout. Come on. Yeah, I think they're getting something. Yeah, so, wow. What a day. I'm driving around the Maverick yesterday. These Mavericks, my red cap, you'll see the adventure of that this week. I'm putting a red cap on the Maverick. Yeah, I got a heck of a deal. I'm going to go check it out hopefully today and see what it looks like. And look at that, the Charger's outside. I have so many of my forum buddies who'd just be mortified that the Charger is outside in the wet rain and all that stuff. Yeah, my bad. I mean, I left the freaking Maverick in. Look, the Maverick had more attention and precedent over the Hellcat Charger Red Eye. I mean, wow, wow, right? Where's the other dog? Come on, Scout. Oh goodness, get motivated, right? Talk about the motivation. I mean, tell you what, next week, who's getting motivated? You realize next week, I believe it is, yeah, next week we have an opportunity to make change. Yes! You have a week to get out and voice your opinion and support our country by voting. Yes! You can help things get better, or maybe you help things get worse. I mean, I can honestly say that it seems like the last election, things have gotten a lot worse to me, but maybe I'm just delusional. That's what I kind of read, is my thought, my right side brain is delusional, but if I had a left side brain, I'm not. But then, you know, that turns into a whole bitter argument, and who wants to do that? Yeah, I'm not up for that personally. But the reason I kind of say that, and the reason I brought up Elon Musk this morning, what are the conversations? Conversations are about the Musk man. The man that wants to be king of the world. And if you're kind of following what he's doing, wow. If you follow what Musk is doing with Twitter, and I talked about this a while ago, when he first put that offer to buy out Twitter at $54 a share, which I think he regrets offering that high of money, but whatever. You just think to yourself, what is he trying to do? But let's just step back for a second. I have to think about Musk. And I was thinking to myself as I walked out the door this morning and showed you that electric vehicle. Think about this. For the Ice Age guy like me, Musk is borderline my worst enemy. And you're going to be like, well, yeah, come on. Musk is a pretty cool guy. He's a creative guy. Yeah. Yeah, but think this through. Musk is the guy that really will take the trophy for getting the electric revolution going for cars. I mean, if you stop and think about it, wasn't for Elon Musk, would we be as far into electric cars as we are today? Would the green agenda be as far as it is, just really capitalizing on how Musk showed that they can build an electric vehicle and it can be manufactured and it can be used and it can be trustworthy and blah, blah, blah. So it must totally lit the fire under the greenies of the world to show that, yeah, the ICE engines need to go away because Elon Musk, you know, made an electric vehicle, but to me, there's so much smoke in the room, fog in the room, smog in the room when you talk about this. Because for Elon Musk, for me, I just remember reading about how he went downtown and he got $1 billion loan to create Tesla. But that really wasn't what kept him going. That is not the success story that really created him to be able to continue to stay in business with Tesla. And we know there's been dire straits of times. People predicted that place is going to go bankrupt. No one talks much about the green agenda carbon footprint credits that he was awarded. Yeah, if he didn't have that, so meaning if you're kind of not following my channel, you watch the first time, the carbon footprint is all about the manufacturers of the world have guidelines you have to follow without getting huge penalties from the governing bodies to pay if they're producing too much of a carbon footprint through their automotive manufacturing. So what the government did, they awarded Elon Musk to get credits. So he was ahead of everybody because he's building so-called net zero carbon footprint cars, which he's not, because it still takes a lot of carbon footprint to build a Tesla. And the saying was years ago, it was like 47,000 miles before a Tesla was actually, net zero, because it took so much carbon footprint to make it. So it really wasn't benefiting the Mother Nature until 47,000 miles. So here's the thing. So Elon, for like the last 10 years, has been collecting billions of dollars from other automotive manufacturers to buy his tax credits. So there's a ton of money that's been shoveled into Tesla. Should it have been freestanding, without that, there's no way it ever would have made it. So in some aspects, the green electric vehicle car really didn't really come to be without a lot of other people paying for it to be. Yeah, I mean, massive amounts of money. But Elon truly has kind of created now the green agenda to the max of us Ice Age people. So, and for me, his presentation was, to make the affordable car, the people's car, to save humanity, blah, 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 blah. Well, the guy's one of the richest guys in the world. I just haven't seen that really affordable people's electric car. So, but anyways, I'm not going to harbor on that. So for Elon Musk, he's also been in many other ventures. We know all that, and I could talk all morning about that, but I'm not. I'm going to talk more about what Elon is now up to with his Twitter deal. And before I kind of get into that a little bit, and other people may be more abreast of this, and I love to hear comments. I just like when people write out and say, hey, something to think about, or hey, this is a fact, and blah, blah, blah. That's awesome. We're talking to each other. So for Elon, when he invented the Tesla car, most people don't realize he took these cars and he created eyes. The cars have cameras in them. So Elon is creating artificial intelligence, unbeknownst to most people, even though he says he's totally against artificial intelligence in one sentence. But in the next sentence, he's creating artificial intelligence. Yeah, you see his robot, human robot he's trying to develop. So these Teslas, as they've been put on the road over the years and years and years, he's using that technology because he collects all the data. So he has a huge database. All these vehicles driving on the road, getting, all the variables. There's infinite variables you drive a car. What can play out when you drive on the road, which I talked about a little bit the other day, was how you have to wonder if some of these big automotive manufacturer CEOs are kind of pulling back on autonomous driving because they're kind of concerned with the liability on them. Supposedly, my good friend at the Ford dealership yesterday, the GM, I was talking to him about how I feel Ford got out of that big software development company for autonomous vehicles, and Volkswagen pulled out as well on the research and development. He claims it's more about the bleeding of the profits because, Ford stock up to like $19. Now it's down to $12. So his claim is it isn't so much about the CEOs being worried about artificial intelligence, of cars being self-autonomous driving vehicles. When I say artificial intelligence, I should just say more about the self-driving vehicles. So my thoughts were they don't want the liability, but anyways, his position is it's more about the money bleeding in Ford for all this R&D for the future. But back to Musk, here he has all this information that he's collecting through these cars as you drive the car down the road. All right, so now it's fast forward. And now here we are with a Twitter deal where he just now has finalized a Twitter deal on Friday of last week, and he's pretty much just cleaning house. And apparently a lot of Tesla engineers and smarty pants are now in with him at Twitter, and there's other individuals outside of Tesla that's been with Twitter years ago that kind of came back. And so he's got the big, brain trust right now. He's got the think tank right now with Elon Musk. Just picture these big boardroom meetings with a ton of people, and you're all strategizing. And so it sounds like Elon's real goal with Twitter is, to me, it's kind of, and I'm not the expert on this by any means. I'm just sharing ideas. But part of me is like, it's the metaverse. It's the Zuckerberg's, Facebook. So first of all, Twitter is kind of capitalized off of Facebook. So you think to yourself, with Musk, he claims he wants to be able to view, play video games, make videos, interact, transactions, businesses. So it's as if he's trying to create Twitter into like 3 or 4 other major platforms. And so you have like Facebook, Metaverse, YouTube, TikTok. It seems like he's trying to capitalize on all those other platforms and kind of bring them into under one roof under the Twitter name. And what's really interesting is when I read articles about what's going on, then you see the comments section, and it's just kind of crazy in how the left-minded person is really saying that now this is going to be a right-minded dominant platform. I mean, it's just kind of interesting. So a lot of people are focused more on, they're going to start to hear the hate. There's people on there that are leaving Twitter, like General Motors. They're kind of out for the moment. They're kind of putting things on hold and the advertising and everything because they think it's going to become too much of a radical, right-leaning, like Parler's platform. And I think to myself, this is just so incredible. Elon Musk, he's all about the money, even though he has a broad statement of why he bought Twitter. He has a whole broad statement of the better for humanity and mankind and the social network and the information and the business, availability and blah, 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 blah. So for me, it's like King Musk of the world. If he can get this Twitter to really kind of take off like he's trying to do by rewriting the whole platform, you just think to yourself, this guy wants to be the king of the world. I mean, which he does. He borderline already, and money-wise, he borderline on paper already is. Tesla's stock never made sense to me ever. The expense of that. The cult. They say that Tesla was the cult following. That's what they said years ago. So, but this is what I think. I think that he also bought it for the artificial intelligence capability to continue to learn how, like me making a YouTube channel, my facial expressions, the way I talk, my tones, and then the interactions and responses. So borderline, he's using the bots. He claims he's getting rid of all the bots, but at the same time, I think that more than ever, he wants this information to advance it to the highest level ever on our physical planet here of creating artificial intelligence by using the likes of me and you of seeing how we interact and talk and just continue to capitalize. The Tesla car has given him the road, the physical road type of looking at the world. Now he's going to have the Twitter base because he's already point blank said he wants the YouTube capability on Twitter, where I could become a subscriber and I can start making videos on Twitter. And over time, he claims that you'll be able to make money should you want to, make your channel big and you can get the advertising to support your channel. You're going to make money on Twitter. So he's already focused on undermining YouTube. He's already focused on undermining TikTok. But at the same time, I think he's also trying to capitalize. Look at this. Here's a bird wanting to come to my office. That's funny. So also, he's wanting to capitalize, I think, on, all the things, our facial recognition. And so he can take that another step to get closer to creating the human robot more than ever. I mean, that's just kind of, I think, also is going on behind the scenes. But at the same time, you think to yourself, wow, what he could accomplish with Twitter. And that's what I'm saying is, sadly, a lot of people are focused more on, they feel like there's going to be a lot of hate on his Twitter account. But here's the thing. They're still going to govern the language on Twitter. He's not an idiot. He's not going to let that become the free-for-all racist platform. So if anybody thinks you're going to get on there and just really be a nasty person and doing that, you're going to be unsubscribed and blocked. So he's not that foolish. His position is he just feels like the three major networks of media are controlling the media too much. He feels like we need to have more of my individual voice heard and your individual voice heard, instead of it's always about the media machine that's telling you how to think. But at the same time, I think his real goal is he wants to create the Twitter account that allows you to capitalize on what I just talked about. You can create your own content and post it on your video, and then you can have your advertising. You can write, like somebody who's like following my channel, it's a no-brainer. They would be, you even see, I don't create these ads. So anybody watches even me, when I watch my YouTube channel and I see these ads pop up, which I don't get paid money for any of that because I don't qualify for that. Yeah, I don't qualify because I don't have enough viewing hours of continuous. You have to have 4,000 continuous viewing hours on my channel for me to qualify to start getting paid by YouTube. And I have 1,500 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody that subscribes to me. I appreciate that. It's very, very nice of you. And I'm not begging anybody to subscribe to me. I'm not trying to create the YouTube channel to make me, some fortune. I never really approached it that way. So anyways, the point is with the Twitter account, if you can get the right ads, for like me, you see Ford ads. Well, I wonder why. You see a lot of Ford ads. Well, because a lot of my vehicles have been Ford. It's a lot of Ford conversations. So whatever the theme of your channel is, if you're an exercise buff that just is incredibly talented and you can show people how to exercise more efficiently and better and take care of your body and health care, vitamins and whatever you clean your body with. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You're going to hopefully attract that type of business that sells vitamins and healthcare products and sells exercise equipment or workout outfits. The list goes on. It's, you all get that, I'm sure. So that's where Elon just sees, and I really didn't even talk about, Jeff Bezos or the Amazon. So he's also going to try to circumvent Jeff Bezos as well. So he's going to try to create this Twitter account where it's borderline, more of a virtual reality Amazon, where, you and I are on that Twitter account. We can be bartering or exchange, buying things. I mean, so I am not the savvy tech guy. I'm not the guy that grew up doing this type of stuff. I'm just thinking off the tip of my tongue, I guess you could say. And I'd be kind of interested to see if anybody else watch my channel kind of would weigh in and say, yeah, I kind of see this, but this is also what I see what's going to happen. But once again, interesting enough, when I read about this, you see so many comments from the left. The left is more focused on it's going to be the radical hate machine. I'm thinking you're not getting what Elon Musk is trying to capture. He didn't just spend all this money for you and I to post our conversations, and that's kind of it. It's much bigger and broader than that. It's huge what he's really trying to create on that Twitter account. And that's why he bought it, because it's so well known worldwide. And he's going to take it to a whole different level. And there's no doubt in my mind that he is. And as I said, if you watch my videos over summer, I always would say, what? And I at first was kind of like what other people are saying now, was thinking, he's going to take control of the content and what you talk about, don't talk about, the so-called free speech. So even for me, but now kind of reading more into what's going on behind the scenes, it's I think you can just start saying to yourself, well, Twitter's going to turn into the Amazon account, the YouTube account, the TikTok account, the Facebook account, the Metaverse account. Yeah, that's just off the tip of my tongue. That's where I think the whole platform is going to be one where you now develop such incredible relationships on the Twitter and followers that you're not going to break off to TikTok. You're not going to break off. You're going to break away from Facebook, I think there's a lot of variables there, but there's no doubt in my mind that's what Elon Musk is trying to accomplish. And yeah, and keep in mind, this is something that also is you should think through, because this guy's mind is always thinking through things. He got the Starlink satellite-based internet capability. Well, hello. So anybody in the world now has access to the Twitter account. Hello. Think about this. He wants to have driverless vehicles. Okay, if you have driverless vehicles, what can you do in the vehicle as you drive down the road? Hello, you'll be on your Twitter account. You'll be interacting on your Twitter account. So he is totally controlling and building this incredible social networking beyond anything we probably have seen, because if you are a Starlink subscriber, you can be in Africa, you can be anywhere in the world, and you can still have access to your Twitter account and to share what's going on with your life and whatever. And if you want to have something purchased to ship to your house back at home, or picked up at the local, little general store out in the middle of the woods somewhere, with a drone dropping it there, I don't know. But I mean, that's really what's even going on more behind the scenes. And once again, the driverless vehicles. As well as I do, if you commute to work an hour every day and you truly do have a driverless vehicle, what would you be doing in your car? You'd have an opportunity then to do your office work and then interact, and you'd be able to use your device, like I have in my hand, and do things as well. So I mean, it's pretty okay. Then let's go to Mars, right? Wow, what's it all about Mars? What's intriguing about Mars? Is there something? Is this like the Indiana Jones story, the Lost Ark or whatever, Noah's Ark, whatever I can't even remember the name of the movie. But here's the thing: is there something of value on Mars that you live forever? I mean, people say that's where Musk wants to be buried, is on Mars. Yeah, okay. But is there something there that he thinks there's something there? That the magic potion that you live forever is there? Who the heck knows? All right, everybody. I just like making my YouTube channel and just throwing ideas out there. It's all about ideas. I mean, come on. That's what life's all about. And as you progress in life, you really do understand that time is valuable, because time just goes by so fast. It's incredible. As you progress in life, you'll be blown away it's just scary that, 10 years, a decade's like, ping, gone. And you're like, how old am I now? Wow. And you can't buy it back. You can't get it back. And, I do get some great comments. One gentleman responded yesterday, hey, I never thought about what you focus on expands. Yeah. Yes, that's how we are as humans. What you focus on expands. So try to focus on the good, not the bad. And pray for a miracle. Pray for a miracle. Oh, doggone it. That ticket that I bought yesterday at the Bel Air, Maryland Royal Farms gas station. Yep, it wasn't the $1 billion winner, but there were 13 $1 million winners. That's not too shabby. I'd take that. Yeah, maybe is my number maybe in there? I'd have to go grab it and look at it. But I looked at all the numbers and they didn't like pop out at me, So anyways, hey, I told everybody yesterday I had the winning ticket, right? Yeah. It sounds like politicians. They tell you how everything's going to play out, right? They always tell you everything's going to play out and it's going to be beautiful. When does a politician ever tell you that the way it's going to play out is actually going to be to your disadvantage? Have you ever heard a politician tell you that? Wow. Yeah, they wouldn't win, would they? Because you don't want to hear what people got elected to do to our country at this point, do you? Yeah, you don't want to hear that. So anyways, not any political. It's all about having fun. Let's be nice to each other. Have fun. It's easy to be mean. We all know that. Busy day here. Beautiful day. And what are we doing next, right? Oh, my gosh. You don't even want to know. Yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned for more adventures with the Iceman. So hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe. I have to say that 50 times. Stay safe. Stay safe. Right? Don't even say it anymore. Why don't you just not say it, right? God bless and stay in touch.